Imagine you have a signed offer to purchase contract that's signed by you and the seller. You have a legally binding and enforceable contract that you're purchasing that property on a particular date. But what happens if you can't get the financing you need to purchase this home, but you have no way to back out of this offer? What if it rains and then you find out that the entire basement is flooded because there's a leak in it? But again, you can't back out of this legally enforceable contract because you don't have a home inspection contingency. And now you either have to buy the home as is or risk losing your earnest money. To avoid this nightmare, you're going to want to have what's called a contingency. So let's dive in. Contingencies, what are these? These are clauses that buyers include in their offer to purchase contracts that allows you to back out of the deal if the terms of the clause aren't met. Now, what are some examples of contingencies? Well, there's financing, appraisal, inspections, and testing. The WB11 and 14 outlines who's authorized to do those inspections and tests. It outlines who pays for it, when it has to be done by, whether or not the seller has a right to cure, and if they do have the right to cure, what constitutes remedying, and if the seller elects not to cure, it gives the buyer that out. All right, let's go through the different types of contingency. So financing, this is going to be an important one. Anytime you submit an offer to purchase, you're going to want to have a pre-approval letter. Otherwise, that listing agent and that seller isn't going to take your offer seriously. So you're going to want to make sure you have it. Any realtor worth their salt will make sure you have that, probably even before you go on that showing. So you're going to want to have this financing contingency if you are not paying cash, if you're going to be applying for a loan on this property. Why? Because what if, even though you have the pre-approval letter, your lender comes back and says, sorry, we can't finance this for you, and you can't find a lender in time to finance you. You're going to want to have this financing contingency because, again, it's going to give you that out just in case. Now, the appraisal contingency. This goes hand in hand with the finances because what happens is the lender is going to send out an appraiser because they want to know that the property that you're purchasing appraises for the amount that it's being sold at so that they can safely finance the project. Home inspections, again, you're going to want to elect for this contingency because a seller only has to disclose defects that they are aware of. So you're going to want to find out what defects they aren't aware of. Radon, you're going to want to test for radon unless you're purchasing a second floor unit condominium. Radon is high in our area. It is a naturally occurring, odorless, radioactive gas that scientists agree can cause lung cancer. So definitely elect for this contingency. Now, if you aren't on city water and septic, you're going to want to get well, water, and septic testing. You're going to want to test the well to make sure it's good to go. You're going to want to test the water from that well, make sure there's no lead, no E. coli, or something crazy that you'll be drinking in. You're going to want to get that tested because replacing it can cost anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000. It's a huge job depending on the scope of work. If you have any questions, there's my email. That's our office number. I do a lot of videos. Go to our website, legendaryrealestateservices.com. Look for us on Facebook. I post a lot of our videos there. We'd love to work with you. All right, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next video.